Hi, I'm Stacy. Welcome to the kitchen of my old Kentucky home. Today on Bourbon and Biscuits, it's family reunion time. We're going to be showing you 2 recipes that will be perfect for your summer family gatherings. Let's get started. Let's make pimento cheese mac and cheese. Here's what we'll need. 2 cups of cooked pasta, 1.5 cups of milk, 1.5 cups of pre-made pimento cheese, 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic and onion powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. Okay, to make our pimento cheese mac and cheese, fun to say, right? Simply started on the stove making a simple roux with the flour and the butter, like you would for a basic Cajun recipe. And now I'm going to add my milk. I'm going to take it off the stove at this point, especially if you've just cooked the pasta. The pasta is going to be hot enough to melt this pimento cheese. Add our garlic, our onion powder, our cayenne. Oh, it'll come out. And I have made this pimento cheese in advance. We've made this several times, but in a previous episode we'll post that as well. But you can use any kind of pimento cheese. This is my favorite with a lot of Frank's hot sauce. So this is going to be a spicy mac for sure. Okay, I've made it in a pan that has retained its heat, your basic Dutch oven, so this is making it easy for this to melt. I've seen some recipes for this kind of thing where you kind of build your or you build your pimento cheese into the recipe, like add your cream cheese, pimentos, cheddar, but I like it, it's easy when you can just have it pre-made. And then we've got our 2 cups of already cooked pasta. And we're simply gonna give this a nice blend and put this in a greased casserole dish. We're gonna cook it for about 45-50 minutes. And then at the very end, we're gonna add some additional cheddar cheese, which I failed to put at the top of the recipe. We're gonna add additional, about a cup if you want, of cheddar or any kind of cheese, and then bake that about 10 more minutes till it's nice and golden brown, give it a nice crust. So while this cooks, we're gonna go to Jess, and she's gonna show you how to make a summertime cocktail that is perfect for making it virgin for those that don't drink, and of course she's gonna add bourbon for those that do.
All right, today I'm going to be making a Kentucky Arnold Palmer. We're going to be using bourbon, some fresh squeezed lemon juice, some unsweet tea, simple syrup, and we've got some lemon wheels for a garnish. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've already got ice in my cocktail shaker, and to that I'm going to add 2 ounces of bourbon. And I've got 3/4 of an ounce of this fresh squeezed lemon juice. And I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. And we're gonna give that a quick shake. All right, we're just gonna strain this into our highball glass here. And you could use, like in the traditional Arnold Palmer, is lemonade and sweet tea or unsweet tea. And you could definitely use those already, but I like to do it with the fresh lemon juice and the simple syrup because you can control how sweet you want your drink yourself. Okay. Strain that right in there, and we're going to top that off with our unsweet tea. And just garnish it with a lemon wheel. And there you have it, it's our Kentucky Arnold Palmer. Well, summertime in Kentucky is definitely the time of year where a lot of people get together for family reunions. A lot of people maybe go to a lake and
Just got back.
Yep, there's so many here, and that's kind of a tradition around these parts, wouldn't you say?
Take a dish.
Yep,
Yeah.
Everybody's in charge of a
Yeah.
dish, and I know that some of us maybe have overdone the funeral potatoes.
Right.
So this pimento cheese mac and cheese is a nice way to mix things up.
I think so, and I love the particular pimento cheese that we make with that's cream cheese base, because it just seems to make it extra creamy.
And cheesy. And I think
Yep.
if you were using a version of pimento cheese that had a mayo base, it might get a little oily or greasy in there.
think
So
you're
I think
right about
that I would recommend doing Stacy's recipe for that if you're gonna do this.
So don't forget to look at the link for that.
And you can do double duty with the pimento cheese because you can have it out for snacks and appetizers and use it for your mac and cheese.
It's funny you say that. Went with a group to Nolan this weekend and wanted to practice that and did that very thing. Yeah. So.
And this is a good kind of, speaking of double duty, this cocktail's the same kind of way because you can have sweet tea for the people that just want that, lemonade for the people that just want that, virgin Arnold Palmer's for someone that doesn't want to drink, or obviously the bourbon version.
I wish I'd had 2 gallons of this on the boat this weekend. Next trip, I'm doing this.
So that sounds like a recipe for a refreshing summer to me.
Indeed.
And cheers to that, and we will see you next time on Bourbon and Biscuits.
Cheers.